So the phases are explained by phase 1. Arthur describes that as being what we naturally do for ourselves in our sleep, unwinding tension that we created through the day. And in our sleep, of course, unconsciously, we move into the most comfortable positions. This is how we even get to sleep. And so this is how we kick in the proprioceptive nervous system and find our way back to balance, exaggerating those positions. And phase 2 is the more formal, doing something deliberately, consciously, yoga, tai chi, whatever it is, swimming, whatever you do, that you work on your body by doing different positions. That's phase 2. And phase 3 is, as I mentioned, Lawrence Jones's work, the strain counter strain, spontaneous release through positioning. And phase 4 is where Arthur actually developed from those places to go ahead and use phase 4, 5, 6, and 7, the different aspects of working with the principles, which is physical, which is kind of boom, boom, finding comfortable positions, adding a bit of compression or distraction, and then the body kind of remembers itself and goes back from the inside of the knowing, the innate wisdom that we all have in our bodies, going back to balance the best it can. This is the physical phase 4 that looks like this, kind of like that. And phase 5 is more of the martial arts piece, where you're actually supporting and following the energetic patterns that are within the body, that naturally, the movement inside of the body that is moving all the time and that can get stuck. And so you just exaggerate the pattern, just like in phase 4, you exaggerate the pattern and the body recognizes itself. Like if you had a pair of sunglasses on your head and you're walking around going, where did I leave my sunglasses? And somebody points out and you go, oh, it's kind of like that. Because the proprioceptive nervous system, or our adaptive nervous system, it helps us know where we are in time and place. So if we're trying to adapt to something that we're doing all day, the body's not going to keep giving us messages to go the other way, right? All our muscles work in pairs. Boom, boom, that's a set. This is a set. This is a set. So if you're only using one half of the set for more than about 10 minutes, that part of the nervous system where it's sending electrochemical messages through the system to go both ways just stops until you quit doing that and start trying to do something else. But it actually doesn't go back to work unless you exaggerate it a little bit. Then it goes back to work, and then it can go this way without pain, which is what you're hoping to do when you're sleeping at night, is to find those exaggerated patterns. Or in your other kinds of work, you find your body finally finds that exaggerated pattern, and then it goes back to work. If you don't, through an accident or repetitive movement where you don't give it a chance, or it's been too traumatized in that position, a little help, you could use a little help, which is nice to go to somebody who knows how to help you do that. So the proprioceptive nervous system, here's an example that most of you have probably had. If you're on the painting the ceiling all day and your neck is up and your arm's up, after you finish and you drop your arm and move your neck, it's going to hurt. Well, if you just exaggerated that by going a little farther than you had, even a 32nd of an inch, the head up higher, the arm up higher, and did that for like 30 seconds, then the proprioceptive nervous system goes, we have to go back to work. I forgot. Yep. And everything's back to work. And then you can drop your arm and your neck, no pain. This is how the body actually works. Orthobonomy, everything orthobonomy does helps to facilitate that. Whether you're doing physical, like this, or you're doing energetic, which is following and supporting the patterns, which is much more subtle. Or if you're doing off the body, same thing. Phase 6, off the body in the etheric field. You still exaggerate the pattern. If you're doing long distance work, you use a pattern to work with the pattern, and it's the same thing, you're exaggerating the pattern. So the principles no matter what you do. If you're exaggerating the pattern, you're moving away from pain, which is another principle. If you are doing less is more, all those things are orthobonomy no matter what application, whether you're opening a window, opening a jar, or working with someone's neck, or working with your own neck. It's all the same thing. Very simple, very easy to do, very easy to remember, and to either do with somebody else or for yourself.
There we go.
That was kind of cool.
That's cool. We got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me turn the camera off.